Another day with yet again another Bed Bath & Beyond stock video, guys. What else is new? So let's just dive into it. We have a lot to break down in this video around Bed Bath & Beyond stock and some news that we just got. So if y'all find value, hit that like button and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more updates on this stock and the stock market in general, because we do have a lot of different content here on the channel. So again, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo because it is free money, guys. Who doesn't like free money? We'll talk more about that later. Link down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. Let's dive right into it. So at this point, it's completely old news that Bed Bath & Beyond is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and I believe they're planning on closing all their stores by the end of June or the beginning of June, which is right around the corner, guys. We just wrapped up pretty much the month of April. Right now, it's the 29th when I'm making this video, so that's old news, right? They're filing for Chapter 11, closing down all their stores. They're trying to restructure, and they're going to try and get rid of all the inventory that they have in stores right now, which who knows if that even happens, guys. Time will tell, but overall, that's all old news at this point in time. And you guys know, I mean, the stock's been doing very poorly. Obviously, it makes sense. I mean, for Pete's sake, guys, they just filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and you guys can see on Friday, the stock went down about 8%, and we started off the day pretty strong. I mean, if you guys saw it in the morning, the stock opened up, I think, at around 12 cents roughly, and it shot to about 13.5 cents, which was a move of 13%, which was nice. That was dandy and all, but then all of a sudden, guys, we ended up getting destroyed heading into the middle of the day at around noon on the East Coast. You guys see that right here. Then we ended up falling all the way down to 10 cents at about 2:50 p.m., which was a drop of around, let's see, 25 to 27% from that intraday high, which we saw again when we ended up running in the morning. Then we ended up seeing a squeeze in the aftermarket, which got Bed Bath & Beyond stock back to 12 cents, which again, it hit 10 cents earlier that day at around, when was that? 2:45 p.m. So we had that squeeze after the bell. Then we ended up fizzling out to about 10 cents as the extended hours trading session ended up wrapping up. So again, very crazy day yesterday overall for Bed Bath & Beyond. And if we're looking at the technicals, for all it's worth, guys, I mean, this stock at the end of the day is not really abiding by the technicals right now, but for whatever it's worth, we do have an inverse head and shoulders here on the intraday chart. You guys probably see the left shoulder right here, we have the head right here, and we have the right shoulder right here. So we'll see if this plays out. I mean, of course, if the the inverse head and shoulders does play out, we can maybe see Bed Bath & Beyond stock make a move back towards 12, 13 cents maybe, but of course it's it's not really abiding by technicals too much these days. I mean, the stock's been going down and down all these all these past couple of weeks. So for all we know, this could easily gap under 10 cents on Monday. We'll see, but right now this is what I'm seeing. Excuse me, guys. Again, left shoulder right here, the head, the right shoulder, we have an inverse head and shoulders that could be playing out. We'll see, but again, overall we are hitting all-time low after all-time low, and for all we know, guys, we could easily gap under 10 cents on Monday. We shall see. So I'm actually going to set an alert, mark is at or below 10 cents. Might as well set it there, and we'll see where it ends up going. So we got some news yesterday about Bed Bath & Beyond that I want to break down in this video, and this is actually the Reddit thread. Bear with me here, guys. Let me pull this up, and we'll talk a little bit about what is going on here. So I'm sure you guys know that they were looking to offer, they were doing an offering, right, to raise a bunch of money because, of course, they needed money, right, obviously, and now they're filing for Chapter 11, so this is pretty much out the window. But we got news recently, I think this was yesterday we got this news, right? Let me make my face a little bit smaller so we can dive into it and see what's going on here. So this is the withdrawal of registration statement on Form S1. This was filed with the SEC, I believe, a couple of weeks ago. It was filed initially on April 11th. You guys can see here. So if we come down a little bit here and read this, it says, "Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to Rule 477 promulgated under, I can't even read today, guys, under the Securities Act of 1933, as amended, Bed Bath & Beyond hereby respectfully request the immediate withdrawal of the company's registration statement on Form S1, together with all exhibits thereto. And the company is seeking withdrawal of the registration statement as it has determined not to proceed with an offering at this time." In other words, they're not doing the offering anymore, obviously, now that they're doing or filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And The company confirms that the registration statement has not been declared effective. No securities have been or will be issued or sold pursuant to the registration statement or the prospectus contained therein, and no preliminary prospectus contained in the registration statement has been distributed. You guys can see here, the company respectfully requests that the SEC issue an order granting the withdrawal of the registration statement effective as of the date hereby or at the earliest practicable date thereafter, or rather hereafter. Please provide a copy of the order to Christian Nagler of Kirkland and Ellis LLP via email at yada yada yada. We don't need to know his email or his phone number, guys. I mean, unless you want to email him, I don't really want to do that. But in accordance with Rule 457P of the Securities Act and the subject to compliance with the requirements thereof, the company hereby requests that all fees paid to the commission in connection with the filing of the registration statement be credited for potential future use. We'll see how that ends up playing out. But you guys know they were looking to raise, I forget exactly how much money, but they were doing an offering of a couple $100 million, I believe. And well, that is no longer happening. And there was a certain firm that was set to buy all, I think it was called B. Riley, that was set to buy all of a good amount of those shares. And now it is no longer happening, guys. So there's not going to be dilution, but then again, it doesn't matter because we're seeing this company again file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and it keeps on getting worse and worse and worse. And if you guys remember, back in February, they announced that they were closing down a lot of their stores. If you guys remember, a little bit of a history lesson here, a little rundown memory lane. You guys can see back in February, they said that they were going to close 149 stores in addition to the 87 stores they announced in late January. So it's not like they're closing all their stores now out of the blue. I mean, this has been happening for months at this point. Again, they announced back in, January they were going to close a bunch of stores, and then in February they announced another 149 store closures. And you guys can see right here, the company has announced more than 400 U.S. store closings since last December, or rather September, including 354 Bed Bath & Beyond stores, 51 Harmon Health and Beauty stores, which now I believe, I'm pretty sure all those are completely shut down, and 11 Bbby stores. And mind you, Harmon Health and Beauty and Bbby, those are subsidiaries of Bed Bath & Beyond. And this list right here, to put it into perspective, guys, this list right here is the list of all the stores as of February 7th, Bed Bath & Beyond stores that they closed down. Just to put it into perspective for you guys, how many locations they shut down throughout the entire country. I mean, this is from Connecticut to Florida to New Jersey to Pennsylvania to Tennessee to California. I mean, look at all these stores, guys. It is pretty nutty. I mean, when you hear the number 150 stores, you're like, okay, 150 stores. But then when you actually see the list of all the physical locations, the addresses, and if you live in these areas, you see all the stores shut down, you really see the impact of these shutdowns. This is insane. Look at all these stores that they shut down, guys. This is no joke. And again, at this point, by the end of June, they're going to be shutting down all their stores. It's going to be pretty much over for Bed Bath & Beyond unless anything crazy happens here in the next couple of weeks, which of course we'll cover everything here on the channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Bed Bath & Beyond stock updates, and if you want stock market updates in general about other stocks, the overall markets, this is the best channel for you. So that's pretty much the news that came out recently, guys, that I wanted to break down in this video. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, because who doesn't like free money? Use that link down below. Listen, guys, once you open up an account using that link down below, you get 1 free share of stock right off the bat, guaranteed. And if you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more stocks, totaling 5 stocks. And if you deposit at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling a whopping 15 free shares of stock, guys. And of course, it also helps out the channel. I appreciate you all as always. So use that Moomoo link down below, and you could also get 12 stocks from Weeble as well, link down below. And feel free to check out my Patreon if you guys are interested. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.